having a little moan at him, aren't they? De Rossi had made a great run to start with. Totti was at the far post, but Osvaldo, because Pjanic made the run outside, just came in field and tried to do what Lamela did, only from the other side.
Michael Bradley, the latest man set to come off the bench for Roma. It'll be his third appearance for the club. After impressing last year with Chievo. It's a sort of match now, the last few minutes here, where every player wants to be on the pitch, on the ball, and just enjoy these final few moments. And there might yet be more chances to come for Roma. De Rossi with the pass, Lamela's almost in. Moretti back with the header for Frey.
There's a great example of their play. Tight passing in that midfield area, trying to find that forward ball that would penetrate. It's not on, so then they switch the ball in behind the fullback, and it doesn't quite get to Lamela. They can vary where they're passing the ball. It's been an outstanding attacking performance from this Roma side. And full credit to the coach. Balzaretti's got forward time and time again. Pires, the right back, has got forward. The centre half, Castan, has come out with the ball when it's been on to.
Here's Immobile. Couldn't find Malazzi. And De Rossi back to Stekelenburg. It's fouled by Totti. You wonder now what Genoa have left in the tank. Zeman set to come out on top here in this battle with Di Canio, and maintain his fine record down the years against Genoa. Never lost against them in his managerial career. And here's the exit of Osvaldo. Remember, he was dropped 2 weeks ago, but he's come back with a bang tonight. 2 goals. And he is replaced by Bradley for the last 2.5 minutes of normal time plus stoppage time. Canini with the free kick. Header won by Castan. He was there again, the challenge with Bovo. It will be a Genoa throw.
So, Genoa players we've hardly mentioned in the second half, Jankovic being one of them. Influential in that first half, the first 20 minutes.
Stekelenburg made some good first half saves to keep Roma in the match. It's not really been tested too much after half time.
I suppose that has to be the key moment, doesn't it? 2-0 down. Borriello for Genoa gets himself turned in the box, only about 10 yards out on the angle, firing a shot into that near post area. Stekelenburg didn't know much about it, but saved it with his left leg. 3-0 down. That would have been a real problem for Roma, but instead they went up the other end. Got the first, which proved to be a really good performance from them.
And one which will give them bags of belief and confidence. Next up for them, they play Udinese at home next Sunday night at the Stadio Olimpico. And the Roma 3 times Serie A champions. Their last title, though, now was 12 seasons ago, back in 2001. It's just after Zeman left the club after his first spell in charge. Zeman certainly took some credit for laying the foundations for that championship winning team. And he might be onto something again this time around. Bradley. Pjanic. Came Bovo, now Bertolacci for Genoa. Kuczka. Immobile. As we tick past the 90-minute mark. Immobile battling once again, but it's a free kick in favour of Roma. There will be 5 more minutes. Plenty of time for a fifth goal then for Roma.
I'm not sure it's 5 minutes that Genoa really want. You've got one up front now, down to 10 men with Borriello going off. It's a 4-4-1 that they're playing. It's too easy for Roma to get on the ball and pass it. Switch play round the back, they're going to do so now.
Here's generally a younger and fresher team built now by Roma. Some of their high earners have moved off the wage bill in the past 12 months or so. Of course, they have the mainstays, the likes of De Rossi and Totti. But a team playing with a great fluency at the moment. And it will be back-to-back wins for them for the first time this season. And a win will move them to 5th place in the table. Up to 14 points after 8 games. Totti, De Rossi, Lamela. Totti, it's brushing off Malazzi. Lamela. Immobile. Not much support there with him, so he might have to go alone here, Immobile. That's what he's trying to do. It's a good run, and Immobile's shot took a nick. And the first round of applause for a while from a Genoa perspective for the endeavour there, shown by Immobile.
Excellent play from Immobile. No support for him, so he had to run the ball himself. He has to run 40-50 yards with it, taking the space at the side of defenders. In the end, his shot took a deflection, which just slowed it down. That's what he can do when he's given service. Quick runner, he chases balls down. He's also decent when he's running with the ball. He gave Marzali, Bonucci, Chiellini a tougher time as I've seen any front player give Juventus back 3 over the last couple of seasons.
There's been some talk linking this week with a move to Roma and being reunited with his former coach Zeman. Here's Pjanic. Still 2 minutes to go. Balzaretti. Saxidis. Totti. And he went past Malazzi, then it was an awkward challenge with Moretti. And the Genoa left back, he stayed down here, so has Francesco Totti. But it's Moretti who appears to be in the more discomfort.
Let's have a look at this again. He overruns the ball, and he's just trying to flick it out to the right-hand side and steps on the ball, and then his foot then goes over the ball. And that's why the foul's gone against him. Could have been a really bad injury there for Moretti. I think he's just about got away with it. But it's been an inspired performance from this man. Whenever I saw him last year, couldn't believe that he was still playing. He didn't look athletic, didn't influence games enough. It was a liability when the opposition had the ball. Certainly not been the case tonight.
And he's certainly still got it. And after his goal here this evening, now only 2 men have scored more goals in Serie A down the years than Francesco Totti. Just a quick word on Genoa, who was so close to going down last year. You've now seen them 2 or 3 times this season. What do you make of their prospects?
When they play at high tempo, when they get the ball forward early, when they get midfield players in support, they look a dangerous side, as they did in the first 20 minutes. I'm not sure about the tactics to Canio. Once his team started to be overrun, he had to find a way to stop Roma having easy possession, and I don't think he did that. The back players dropped deep, the midfield players were too strung out, and it allowed Roma to dictate the play. And I saw that also against Juventus, where for 70 minutes they played really well. But when the going got tough, they were just not quite good enough. And the same against Palermo and the same against Udinese in recent games. And you can see what the fans thought of it.
Well, if you want entertainment, watch Roma. That's the resounding message from this match here this evening. It's their first win here against Genoa for 5 years, and what a win it was for the Zeman side. They were 2 down here after a quarter of an hour, but then cue a remarkable fight back. Goals from Totti, Lamela and 2 from Osvaldo. Roma go 5th. They've won here against Genoa by 4 goals to 2.